It's so nice to have you on this channel again. Thank you for clicking that channel. You're welcome to Firstlady Fashion and Style. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Those that have been sending messages, I appreciate your message. And today we'll be learning something very special, and it's a continuation of what we've been doing on our trouser series. Please, if you have not seen the first class on how we drafted this pattern, please, I want you to go to the video and check on the how to draft the trouser series, because that is going to help you to have a proper understanding of what we are going to do today. And if you have not subscribed, please, I want you to click that button and subscribe and join this beautiful family, and then encourage me to make more videos. Thank you. So I want to take your mind back. For those that have seen the video, this was the draft we made. And remember, we drafted both the front and the back pattern together. The marker in the blue color is the front, while the front pattern, while the red marker is the back pattern. So when you make your pattern draft like this, you have to keep it, because this is going to be like your master plan. You have to keep it, and then from here we are going to alter this design to different patterns. So today we are going to be making like what you saw on the thumbnail. We are going to alter this pattern to a palazzo trouser, and this is how we're going to go about it. The first thing we will do is we will get our master pattern. Now we have to separate the front from the back for us to be able to make it. So this is what you do. You will bring in another plain paper this way, another plain sheet, and put it under your draft. Make sure the paper has the same length with this draft. It must have the same length with this draft. And then you will take your tracing wheel. This is what is called a tracing wheel. It has a sharp end here. So what you're going to do is you make sure you lay it flat. You can hold it down with an heavy object, or you sellotape it down. Make sure it doesn't move. And then what you will do is you will take your tracing wheel, and then you will choose to start from a point. Like if I decide I want to start from this point, you will press it down and follow the lines through. Now, if I want to bring out the front pattern, I will make sure I follow all the lines. That was why I said you should try and use two different marker pens so that you can see which is the front and which is the back. So you will use your tracing wheel and you will trace only the front, if that is what you want to do first. You will trace the dart out, you will trace the center front, trace the crotch line. Make sure you press your tracing wheel, press it down, because it has to reflect on the paper down. You will trace everything, the front. Make sure you trace the crotch, the hip line, trace the crotch line here, trace this center line down to the bottom, trace the lower part, and trace out the leg. By the time you are done, make sure you apply a lot of force and make sure you trace all the lines. By the time you are done and you lift your paper up, then the mark will show on the plain sheet as a small dot. You may not be able to see it, but if it's closer to you, if it's close to you, you'll be able to see it. And then if you're marking out the red portion, remember that the red portion, they still share the same center line, and they share the same crotch line and the same hip line. So you have to mark from here. If I am tracing out the back, which is in red paint, I have to trace it all the way this way to this red point. Trace the hip from this red point here all the way to this place, because they share the same hip line and they share the same center line. I hope you understand that. Remember to trace out your darts too. So that is that about how I got this. So I have traced out the front, this is the front pattern. I used my tracing wheel, and afterwards I brought in my ruler and my curves to trace out the points. By the time you apply a lot of pressure, you will see it on the plain paper, and then you'll be able to trace it out. So I have traced out the front, and this here is the back pattern. I used 2 different colors so that we'll be able to differentiate and see it. So this is how you're going to trace your own pattern. So if you're making a straight pant, this is it. You can see the shape is out already. This is your straight pant here. All you just need to do is to cut it out. You cut it out, and then you place this on your fabric, and then you add your sewing allowance. In the front here, in the center line here, you add ½ inch all through, and then by the side of your trouser, you add 1 inch all through this side. On the waistline here, now this pattern still has our band. Our band is still included. So I'm going to show you how you're going to bring out your band from this pattern. And on the hem side here, you will add 2 inches because we are going to turn it in. So if you're making a straight pant, this is how you're going to do it. All you just need to do is to add your allowances, and then you will cut out. I'm still going to show you how to, I'm going to show you how to sew the straight pants too, but today we are working on the palazzo. So the first thing I want to do, let me take the back pattern off. Let's work on the front piece here. So the first thing I'm going to do here is, now this pattern here, we still have our band from the original pattern. So the first thing we are going to do is to remove the band. That's the first thing we are going to do. So to remove our band from this place, we have to first of all close the dart. We don't need the dart to be included on the band because we are still going to close the dart. So if we close the dart, it's going to make our band to be longer. So first we are going to close the dart. So I just want to cut off this part so that it will be easier for us to work with. So now I'm going to close up this dart this way. Now my dart is closed, and I'm going to use my tape to hold it down. Now this is going to be a temporary arrangement. So now for your dart, for your band is 1.5 inches. So you're going to mark 1.5 inches all through this way. 1.5 inches. One and a half inches is okay for your band. So I'm going to do it this way to cut out the band. We don't need the band on the draft. So here is our band. So I'll just use my curve ruler. You have to follow the curve, please. Make sure you follow the curve. It is not straight. Make sure you follow the curve. It is not straight. So now before I cut out this band, your trouser is supposed to have a zipper fly. If you want to have a zipper fly in front, you can decide to have your zip at the side. But I want to show you how to add a zipper fly to your trouser. So from this front here, you will go out and mark 2 inches this way. And then the length of your zipper fly is 7, like that. So I'm going to use my ruler on this side too, just in case you want to have a zipper fly. All I call these accessories, yes, the pocket, the band, the zipper fly, I call all of them accessories. So you can get them from your pattern before you cut out. So on this edge here, I'll just make an arc here for us to have that kind of curve that zipper flies do have. So this is how your zipper fly is going to look. So I'm going to extend this 1.5 here, because we are going to cut it together with the band. This way, we are going to cut it together with the band. You know, when you fix your band, definitely you will need to cover the zipper fly. So we are going to cut it together with the band. So that is for the band. So what you are going to do now is, you are going to, for this band here, we are going to get another paper. There are other ways of fixing band. Some people will just get a long strip, they will measure the waist round and then cut it a long strip and then just do it. But this is a more professional way of fixing your band. So what we are going to do is, I want to bring out this band here. I'm still going to cut it off. So I'm going to bring out this band out and add my seam allowance. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just trying to trace the band out. I'm still going to cut it. This is it here. And then on the top side here. Okay. So now that I'm done, I can see the band here. So let me roll it out for you to see what I'm doing. Here is the band here. And on this side here. By the time you do yours, you will see that it's easy, you can see the band. So this is the shape of our band here. So what you need to do is, remember we are still going to join it to the trouser. So what we are going to do is, now watch this closely. On this side, I told you that you're going to add 1 inch for the side. So on your band, you are going to add 1 inch here. On the upper part here, you are going to add 1/2 inch here. And then on this lower side here, you are going to add 1/2 inch. This 1/2 inch you're going to use to join it back to your trouser. And then in front here, the same thing, you're going to add 1/2 inch. And then here, it's good for you to put a mark that this is the one going down. This is the one you're going to join to the trouser, and then you can cut it out this way. So by the time we put this on our fabric, this is the front band, and this is going to be 2. Because you're going to put one on this side, the other one as the facing, and then this is just 1 leg for your trouser. You still have another leg, so you're going to make another 2 for this side. So right now I'm going to cut out the band because I don't need it here anymore. Okay, so I already have my band, so I'm going to keep this here. Then I'm going to cut out the zipper fly. So I have my zipper fly ready. That is if you want to have your zip in front. So this is going to be my zipper fly. I'm going to keep it somewhere. So the next thing we are going to do now is, now you can open up this dart. So the next thing I want to show you is, in case you want to have a pocket, a side pocket, there are different kinds of pockets you can use for your trousers, but I want to show you how to fix the the side pocket. So what you do is this: on this upper part here, you will come out by 2.5 here, and then the length of the trouser here is going to be 7. 7 on this side. I hope you can see that. And then you will use your ruler to connect this 2.5 and this 7 this way. Please don't make it too curvy so that it can sit well. So this is the entrance. This is where the hand will go in. So the next thing we want to construct is the pocket. That is the pocket that will be inside. So here I will take 3.5 here. Please ignore the dart because we are still going to close the dart. So 3.5 here, and then on this side here I'm going to take another 3.5, and then I will use my ruler to make a straight line this way. I'm trying to construct the pocket inside, the space where the pocket will be inside. And then on this side here I can just come here and like 1 inch, take 1 inch and then curve it, because it's not supposed to be straight. So you can see now our pocket is formed this way. So we are still going to repeat the same process because we need this pocket separate from the draft. We can't cut it out from here. So we are going to put a paper under it this way. I need a bigger paper. We are going to put the paper under it this way. We are bringing out, I call all these accessories, the pocket. So you're still going to do the same thing. You are going to use your tracing wheel to trace out the shape this way, and then this way. I traced out just this place. So this place is the pocket, but the whole of this place is now the pocket bag. Remember, when you put your hand, something has to cover it. So this here is the pocket. So if I bring it up, I can see the trace out here. So I'm just going to do this. You may not be able to see it, but I can see the dots. I can see the dots. So I'm going to do this. So I'm trying to mark out the pocket. So you can see it's as simple as that. That is the pocket. But this time around, you remember, to fix our pocket, we need sewing allowance. So on this side, ½ inch here, ½ inch here. Please make sure you measure it. Make sure it is accurate. And then on this side too, I need ½ inch here. Now coming to this side here, because it's going to be on this side here. Remember I told you you're going to put 1 inch on the side. So here we are going to have 1 inch here on this side. So this is going to be the pocket. This is going to be the pocket. Pattern drafting is interesting. You can get everything from your trousers and it makes it very easy. So this is your pocket. So I'm going to keep it with the other stuff. The other thing we need now is the pocket bag. That is, from here we need the pocket bag. So I'm going to get another paper and put there for the pocket bag. So I'm going to put this under, and then I'm going to trace out everything now. Everything from here will be my pocket bag. I hope you can see that. So when I bring it up, I can see my pocket bag. Please, if you have not subscribed, you need to subscribe so that you can see most of the videos I'll be posting We still have so many interesting stuff to learn together. Please encourage me to do more. So just like we did for the pocket, we are also going to add your ½ inch on this side, ½ inch on this side, ½ inch on this side, ½ inch, and then where you have the side here, this is the side here, you're going to add 1 inch here, because you are adding 1 inch to the side of your trousers. I hope you understand that, and then we will cut it out. Please make sure yours is very accurate. I'm trying to move very fast so that we don't take too much time. Make sure the lines, the allowances are very accurate. So this is a pocket bag here. So let me show you what we have. So this is the pocket bag and this is the pocket. I hope it's making sense now. And this is where you put your hand. And then this is a copy of the front band, and this is our zipper fly. So we are going to keep this aside now, and we are going to move to the major thing we are doing today, which is making a palazzo trouser. So I'm going to cut out I want to cut out the pattern this way. So after the palazzo trouser, I need you to please stay tuned. We are going to make more patterns. We are going to make the bell bottom trouser. So now I'm going to I want to remove this so that we can start with the draft. Okay, so now to make your palazzo, now that we have draft, to make your palazzo, what you need to do is you are going to cut this center, you are going to slash this center. Now there are different types of palazzo. There are some that are just the fullness is from the hip down. So if you want the fullness to just be from the hip down, then it means when you cut the center line this way, you will stop here, and then you will cut this way and cut this way and spread. But for today, like what you have on the thumbnail, the pattern is, the fullness is from the top. That is how the real palazzo is supposed to be. The fullness is supposed to be from the top. So I'm going to connect it all the way to where I have my dart here. To where I have my dart, and I'm going to stop. And then when I close this dart here, you can see that the pattern has already opened up. So if I want my fullness to just be like this, then it's fine. But if I want to increase my fullness, I can open it as wide as I want it to be. So it's as simple as that. You can open it as wide as you want it to be. So right now I'm going to put a paper under just to show you something. Okay, so what I did here is just for you to be able to understand what I'm saying. When you are making your own palazzo, you don't have to do this. I'm just doing this for tutorial purpose. All you just need to do is to place your pattern on your fabric. Just open it as wide as you want, and then add your seam allowance, your sewing allowance. This is the front part. You can add just 0.5 here, and on the bottom you add 2 inches. Then on the side here you add 1 inch all the way, and then the bottom you add 2 inches. But what you're going to do is that this center part, you have to draw a line from this place, because we want the edges to be straight. So you're going to use your ruler to determine where the center is, and then you will use your curved ruler to connect it from this leg, to connect it from the leg here from this leg to the center this way, and then from this leg to the center this way, for you to have the perfect curve at the bottom side. So that is that. You are going to have a beautiful palazzo just like the one you're looking at on the thumbnail. It's going to look smart, and at the same time it's great. It's also a palazzo. So that is what you are going to do. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I hope you understood everything that has been taught here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me today. So what I did in front here, all you need to do is just to repeat the same thing for the back panel. Just repeat the same thing for the back panel. You will take the back panel this way. You will slash the back panel. Sorry, I missed out the cross line here. You are going to snap here. You are going to slash it all the way here to the dart. Don't forget to remove your band. If you don't remove your band and you add another band, you are going to have a high waistband. But if you want just the normal waistband, make sure you remove this band here. Or if you want it to be together, you can turn it in, but it's better you remove the band and then you'll fix it. So all you just need to do is just to slash the center here, and then you spread it just the way I did from the front. And then you can spread as much as you want your palazzo to be. You can see the top here will still be fitted, and you're going to have a very nice fullness at the bottom side. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe, make sure you click the like button. Thank you for always coming back, and I'll see you in the next video with another interesting tutorial.